everyone, my name is Jess, and today we're going to talk about 6 questions that you cannot forget to ask, or at least get the information about when you are in an interview. All right, let's go ahead and get started. All right, everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, go ahead and hit that subscribe button below. It would help me out a lot. And you'll be reminded that every single Monday I do post new content. Okay, so you are here because either you have an upcoming interview, or you're prepping for an interview, or maybe you just did one and forgot to ask these important questions. So I wanted to share with you my 6 questions that I think you do need to ask in every single interview. I know 6 is a lot, especially if you have 30 minutes, but you do need to understand the job before taking it. And a lot of people are so nervous in the interview that they do forget to ask the basic questions of what is the job. So number 1 question would be, what are the key responsibilities in this job? Now let them talk. A lot of the key responsibilities will be written in the job posting. However, it is really good, especially if you're talking to the hiring manager, to get their idea on what are those key responsibilities and what can you expect when maybe you do get into the job. What does that first day look like? Now, another question that comes up in my mind and that I always will ask is, how does this position fit within the company? Maybe it's a new position, maybe it's an existing position, but is it squished in between sales and marketing? Is it a finance role? Why is this role important anyways? And some of these roles, whether you're in marketing, sales, finance, operations, you'll really understand how they fit, but it's great to get the understanding of how it fits in from that person's eyes. Because remember, those are the people that are leading you. They will have an idea on why the role is super important. Now, the next question I do get a lot, they usually typically ask at the end of an interview, what is the ideal candidate? What are you looking for? What are the characteristics and personality and skill set that you want that candidate to be? I would say 80% of the time we'll get this question at the end. I always see it coming, especially if I don't already tell them what I'm looking for. And I think it's a great question to ask. So either the hiring manager is going to tell you exactly what they're looking for, and if they don't, you should ask, because at the end of the interview, you want to know, have some reflection. And when they say this is, they need to be highly organized, they need to be, problem solving, very quick. It's a very fast paced environment. You need to see, do you actually fit that ideal candidate? Because if you don't, maybe you don't want the job. Because if their expectations are, I want this type of person, and you are actually, this type of person, it's not going to work, right? And I think a lot of people forget that. They're like, oh, of course, all of those things that you just said, those are me. It doesn't work that way. You really want to make sure that the expectations of who you are match the expectations of what that hiring manager wants, versus just taking the job because you want it. And of course I can match exactly what you want, which is not ideal, right? You're going to get in the job. You're not going to be yourself. And this is a huge thing when, especially that first 3 to 6 months, you can write down what they said is ideal, and you can let them know if you fit that form that they're trying to build. Now, another good question is, what does a typical workday look like from start to finish? A lot of organizations, especially Fortune 500, will have YouTube videos such as this to say a day in the life of this type of job. But again, if this is your hiring manager, they're going to be able to tell you a day in the life. What are the normal working hours? Is it 9 to 6? Is it 9 to 5? What am I going to be doing all day? Is this a phone job? Am I going on site to talk to customers? Is this independent work and I'm just going to be by myself from 9 to 5? What does that type of workload look like? Very good question to ask. You should always ask this question, and I will be honest, probably get it 20% of the time that people will ask this question. And then those people that I do give the job to that maybe didn't ask this question are in for a big shock, or surprise. Now, the second question I would ask is there any immediate projects or tasks that I need to do as soon as I get in the role? So some roles they need to fill quickly because they have a customer project or they have a business project that they need to be worked on. I have never received this question in all the interviews I've done is there any immediate projects? Is there any immediate tasks that need to get done that need my expertise? Sometimes it's a quick no, you have time, you can train and you can relax and get to know the job. And then sometimes it's no, we need you up and running within week 1 or week 2. Very important question to ask. It should be a really, really quick response from the hiring manager, but you should ask it, especially if you are in consulting, I wouldn't say so much sales, but consulting or operations or finance. Typically, there are going to be projects that need to get done right away. Also, marketing projects happen all the time, and it needs to get done in a certain timeline. Now, the last question that I have asked personally, and it is very eye-opening, is this a brand new position or is this a backfill? Or why are you hiring this now? Knowing if someone quit or got promoted or whatever have you, it's super telling on the business and the culture. So sometimes it's a brand new position. That means we're growing. We're looking to expand. If they're backfilling, I'm curious, why did that person leave? So it's kind of a two-parter question. Let the hiring manager lead you down that path of why are they hiring? They will typically let you know. They might not know the exact truth, or they might not tell you the exact truth of why they're backfilling that role, but at least you'll know, is it brand new or is it, someone previously was in that role? So those would be my 6 questions that I would ask in every single job interview. I'm curious if you've asked any of these questions, or maybe you're a hiring manager and you want to comment below some questions that we should ask. A lot of followers looking to get some knowledge from anyone that's watching, and thank you so much. If you like this video, feel free to give me a thumbs up, and I'll see you next Monday. Take care.